Thank you for joining me for this. I appreciate it.
No problem.
So, put your phone face down so that you can't
All right.
look at it for consulting what kind of apps you've got in there or anything.
Okay.
And tell me about your phone. Which phone is it?
It's an iPhone 5 with an awesome Iron Man case that I got for Christmas 2 years ago.
Okay, show us the case. Hold the case up.
There we are.
The Invincible Iron Man.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
For
Cool.
my wife and kids.
Amazing. That's great. So,
Thank you.
first of all, let me ask, do you have a lot of apps installed on it?
I would consider my phone full of apps. Yes. Yes, I do have a lot of apps installed on my phone.
Do you use all of them?
No. No. And no.
So it's a very full phone of things that are mostly sitting there rotting, as it were.
Yes, but I know that they're there, and I hope that one day that some of these apps will serve a purpose.
Right. A thing like that, it might one day be useful.
Right.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, so what are the apps that you use most?
Are we talking like the major apps or not the major apps?
Just include the major apps first of all. What are the things that you use just most?
Okay. So from the pre-installed messages and email and Safari. I use those most often. And next would be Facebook. Believe it or not, I don't use Twitter. I do not use Twitter.
Really?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
been supplanted by Slack.
Interesting.
Yeah. And what else do I use a lot? I use Alien Blue and the Bungie Destiny companion app for the PS4 game, Destiny.
Okay, and what is Alien Blue? Alien Blue is a Reddit client of some kind?
Yeah, that's right. I believe it's now owned by Reddit. I think the guy that developed it independently now works with Reddit, if I'm not mistaken. And that's the app I use. And of course, that's to access the subreddit for Destiny the
Destiny
game.
the game, yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's all I check. You're seeing a pattern, right?
Clearly there's a pattern there.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what would you say is the app that you recommend to someone if they ask you, what is the app that I really must have?
If you're in Japan, there's a train app called ep5, and it stands for train or station, and I don't know what Laki stands for, but train Laki is the name of the app, and it's just a countdown app. It tells you the arrival time of so the nearest station to you, the arrival time of the next train, and it's just a countdown. You have 7 minutes before the next train arrives.
Okay, and so when you're using this, how do you use it that makes it so useful someone else has to have it?
So most of the train timetable apps require you to go to a screen, input the station name, your starting point, and your destination. And when you're in a hurry, you don't have time for that. Well, which station? If you're somewhere if you're somewhere you're not sure of, like which is the nearest station, or where am I exactly? You don't know the name of the station, but you pull up this app. It figures out where you are via GPS. It says this is the nearest station, and the next train arrives in 8 minutes. There's no input required by me.
Brilliant. And so, can you swipe on it and it shows you the train after that and the train after that? And
Yep, it shows you the train after that, the train you just missed. And you can also change direction if you're heading into Tokyo. For example, it says trains heading to Tokyo. And if you're heading out from Tokyo to whatever the distant end is, you can switch the destination, the direction that the train is traveling.
Is this a beautifully designed app, would you say? Or is it old and clunky but does the one thing well?
It's old and clunky. It's so ugly. It's so
Oh,
ugly. But I don't care because it serves, it serves a purpose. It solves a problem. And every person I've recommended it to this day, they will say to me, Derek, thank you for that app. Yeah, it saves me so much time. I've caught trains that I thought I couldn't catch, or I realized I don't have to run. I thought I had 1 minute, but I only had 30 seconds. And I knew I couldn't make that 30 seconds, so I stopped for a cup of coffee instead. So there are all these stories around this app and how it saves people time or how it helps people catch their trains on time.
very cool. Can you hold your phone up and swipe
Yeah.
through the pages of apps that you have? I'm going to see if I spot something unusual that I'm unfamiliar with and ask you about it.
Okay. All right, let me turn that up. All right, and this is. Can you see that?
That's
How should I?
very difficult to see. Can you turn the brightness down a little bit?
Sure. How's that?
Somewhat better, but so what I'm seeing is you have settings and the App Store, and everything else appears to be arranged in folders.
Yes.
You are very, very folder oriented here.
Oh, see, that's what you think.
Okay.
The other pages are not.
Okay,
So
so
just the first page.
the first page is all folders, and the other pages. So in practice, do you use the first page primarily, or do you skip to the second pages? Or when you're using this, where are the things you use most? All on the front page?
All on the front page, some on the bottom there,
Also in folders. Okay.
also in folders. And then apps that I've downloaded and considering moving to a folder live on the remaining pages.
So these are candidates. So Skype and Simple Note, Snap Guide, something that's very difficult to read there.
Yeah, Snap Guide, Special Characters, Google Docs, Things, Mixler, and Wire.
Okay. I remember Mixler and Wire as names. Tell me about them.
So Wire, I think, was developed by the CEO or the co-founder of Skype, and it's what iChat and Messages should have been.
Oh, well.
Yeah,
It's kind of a bold
that's
statement.
It is. It is. So you can embed images. You can embed YouTube. Well, not on the desktop, but on the iPhone version. You can embed YouTube links, and they play in the iOS player, and they drop you back into Wire instead of pulling you out of the app, dropping you in either the web version of YouTube or the iOS app.
Right.
And you can add people to conversations. You can. What else is there? I think those are the main functions. You can also make voice calls, which I haven't tested yet. But it's a beautiful app. It's the exact opposite of Ekilaki.
Really? Okay.
Yes, it is a beautiful, beautiful app. It takes your address book photo or whatever you select as your avatar. And so, for example, we've got this really cute picture of my eye.
Nice.
The original photo is in black and white.
Of course.
And then you can, right? And then I guess it talks to the filters that are built into the iPhone.
Mhm.
And as you slide across, I don't know if I'm hitting anything there.
There you are. Yeah, it's changing
Yeah.
hue a little bit.
Yeah. So for everyone's,
That purple's not bad, by the way. That purple looks good on you.
okay, I'll keep it. I'll keep it. So that's Wire, and it's what iChat and Messages should have been.
And do you have many friends on Wire, or does it work with people who aren't on Wire, or...
That's the problem. So I said, sure, share my contacts from my address book, and I had no one. And I'm thinking, well, this is no good. Maybe it's broken, right? And then gradually people started to appear, but everyone goes by their real name. I don't know anyone by their real names. I know everyone by their
That's so
IRC.
interesting. You know everyone by IRC handles and AOL
Twitter.
Instant Message handles and Twitter handles.
Yeah.
What's in a real name?
Confusion. Confusion. Not only so they have.